Sometimes the only place I think about someone is in drugs.
Yeah.
Because I wonder why you get someone get £35,000 per week.
Oh, no, £35,000 is cheap money to them. For, look at Ronaldo, look at Messi. They are insured by their club to ridiculous amounts, such that if anything happens to Ronaldo today, the money is ready yesterday. When clubs buy players, they insure the player and they insure themselves too. So because anything can happen. And like I told you, these countries, like in Germany, the stadium, all you need from a country is to provide the enabling environment, good roads, the stadium, and all these other places. They don't have...
I'm going to ask you, I'm not sure you have an answer to this question. Is the National Stadium insured? One in Lagos, in Abuja?
Players are not insured. How can you insure the National Stadium? When we build the Abuja National Stadium with billions, the Abuja National Stadium is, looking like it's going to join the National Stadium, moribund, everything, where churches, mosques, everybody...
We just rent the place. Becomes an
we really
arena.
don't have a focus when it comes to international
sometimes if a driver has a lot of weeds around there, not well kept.
And in England, again, you look at it very well. It's very simple. When you come as a player, they sign you on. They will. There's best practices now in England. In 2011, clubs were losing money. The staff was too much and all. All of a sudden, best financial practices came in. And they rectify things. 3 years down the line, clubs are making 315 billion a year. So, and I was telling you about South Africa to shock you, because I was doing this research. I
thought you shocked me enough.
Germany, Spain, England, the best and all, they were looking at all the money and all. All of a sudden, I now got to research about United States of America, which is not really your football playing nation in the real sense. And they are the best when it comes to insurance. Guess what? They insure not just the big players. They are insuring from kindergarten level. Youth football, they insure all the staff, not just against breaking of legs or getting maimed or whatever. They insure them about international travel abroad. They insure them when teams come to play them. Array of insurance.
Now I have an answer to one very naughty thing I always hear when Nigerians are playing an international game. And they say, well, he can't score. Why he should have tackled that? Then they said, do you want him to break his leg? Because if he breaks it, it's not insured.
Precedence. I reminded you about Samuel Okoroji. He had a contract in his club that says if you get injured or you, God forbid, die on duty playing football outside of the United States of America and outside of Europe, we are sorry.
You're not covered.
It was too patriotic. He came here and died. And up till now, like I told you, his mom, I mean, I've interviewed her almost 3 or 4 times. She's always crying. She doesn't understand how her son, who was earning so much money then, she was telling me that, you know what, if Sam was still alive, I would not even be thinking about anything. Because Sam was that rich and ready. He was telling his other players, as at that time, that, you know what, you guys are not patriotic. He doesn't want to collect money to play for Nigeria. So who lost? Mudashiru Babatunde Lawal. I recorded his burial site. It was a dump yard. So it's really sad.
How do you think we're going to resolve this? Because it looks like a musical chair. We keep going round.
Well,
like
the NFF Act is out, so we are happy for that. It automatically means that the government cannot be interfering with them anymore. They can run like a business now. Of course, you have people looking at the books eventually. This is what we've been talking about for decades. It was there. We have told a lot of people, National Assembly, they don't care about anything or anybody. It's been there for decades. You don't care about them. You don't care about anything. It's out now. Let's see how it goes. Because you see, too many negative stories. Okay, the league thing, I continue. Why? We can't even talk insurance because the players are not getting paid as at when due, which is the greatest anomaly, a tragedy in other parts of the world. So how are we not talking about insurance when we need them to get paid their salary regularly? I mean, unfortunately for us, 80% of the clubs are owned by government. And they tell us when government pays that they will get the money and everything. So it's sad. We can continue this forever.
Yes, we can continue forever. On a final note, we still want to get government out of the business of sports. So, do you think the NFF Act will do it? Who's going to make this move?
Well, I mean, fortunately, you have some very intelligent people running NFF, running LMC, running some of these clubs. So they have to really come together. A lot has happened because the government was the one in charge of things. The sports minister can wake up and do whatever he wants. There's nothing anybody can do about it. And there's the issue of money. The NFF, all the sports federations, they now have to be accountable. Come on to us once in a quarter. How much did you get from sponsors, from government? Because government is still going to be putting money. How did you spend them?
You want transparency there.
Much more than that.
And we heard about 8 clubs are planning to come to the NESD Securities Exchange anytime soon.
No, sports have romanced the securities a lot of times. They've gone there. But what about the follow-up?
The follow-up. I've got to let you go. I'm just going to plan it so that we don't meet too soon again. And the reason is simple. You've shocked me so much that I can't do nothing with what you've said. I'm above the age of playing football. I think I'll just hold on to the little insurance I have.
Lovely to be here.
It's good to have you. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Kayode Tijani, sports journalist and chief executive of Sports Exclusive. When we come back, it's going to be the industrial policy. We're going to get across to Chikemodi in Washington to give us his views about the new Advisory Council on Industrial Policy and Competitiveness that the acting president inaugurated 3 days ago. And of course, we'll talk about the leather industry. We got someone in here in the studios is going to talk about whether eating more equals leather. So I'm going to ask that question. What happens? Stick around. You don't want to miss this.